Chris Carter-Brennan is Commercial Director at WebWayOne. Chris, you're speaking in the Centre Stage Theatre at IFSEC International 2012 on the subject of intruder alarm signalling, systems response and insurance. Can you first set the scene for us and tell the readers of I4S the main focus of your session at conference?
Absolutely, Brian. Thanks for the opportunity to speak today. The main focus of the conference is really looking at what end users actually buy or what they're buying into with the security system. They're really looking at buying confirmation, and confirmation from alarm systems should really generate an emergency response of some type. So that'll either be a response from the police or fire services or a technical response from the installer themselves. Now, for installers and end users who have been dissatisfied with the cost of operating a grade 4 signalling solution, WebWayOne provides a system which is much lower cost and integrates to alarm panel manufacturers' products for the best confirmation scenarios.
What are the main requirements desired by today's customers, Chris, in terms of their alarm solutions?
Well, it's very simple really to understand what a client wants from the security system. What they're really looking for, if you ask the right questions, is how fast does someone want to have an alarm transmitted? And obviously the answer to that question is quickly. How fast does the end user want the alarm receiving centre notified of a catastrophic failure of the system? And again, the answer is generally very quickly, not in hours or a day. And the last one is, do you want the alarm transmitted safely and securely, making sure that the alarm that's transmitted is actually the one that's received at the ARC. And by the installer asking those questions of the end user and getting those responses, really what you end up with is a grade 4 solution. But obviously people are looking for the right price for the best quality security system. And that's really what we're looking at describing, and obviously what WebWayOne strives to deliver as a business.
Now, O2 Telefonica are your provider of choice for GPRS backup, and they'll be joining you for the presentation at IFSEC International. Why have you decided to work with them?
Well, firstly, the person who's presenting from Telefonica is Julie Coston, and she's MD of the M2M division at Telefonica. Now, we chose Telefonica several years ago because really they work very, very closely with us, and they've always been an incredibly willing and innovative partner in this M2M space. Now, they were the first really to deliver us a roaming solution. So we've been the first to market it with a roaming SIM solution for the product. But then we've also moved into how we manage the SIM itself, being able to deliver a product to the installer which doesn't incur ongoing charges when it's sat on the shelf. It just incurs ongoing charges at activation through the SIM activation, and really innovating also to look at the performance of the SIM, the diagnostics of the SIM, so we can do all of that in real time at WebWayOne, and that's all delivered mainly through the Telefonica platform and their diagnostic tools. So not just a SIM, not just bandwidth and a cost decision. It's really about the management and delivering a real solution for the end user and the installer.
And moving on from that, Chris, what's the extent of the WebWayOne partner network at present?
Well, when we set out in this business, we said, what do people want from a signalling solution? And we really looked at alarm panel manufacturers and said, these systems do so much more than send simple PIN alarm, pre-configured PIN alarm messages. There's an awful lot of value locked up in the intruder alarm system and the information that it contains that we can send over the networks to the ARC, which can be used to better process an alarm event or provide a better audit trail for the security manager and loss prevention manager. Now, what that's meant is that we've developed a whole network of partnerships with people like Honeywell, Risco, Texacom, Cooper, and their Scantronic range, but also in the camera market, we're developing relationships with Axis, with Samsung, also Extralis, and obviously our great network of national monitoring stations, people like Custodian, Southern Monitoring, AIM, G4S, SecuriGuard. I'm sure there'll be many that I've missed, but you can go on our website. We've got a huge network of partners that deliver really new value to installers, being able to integrate those systems and transmit them securely and safely back to the ARC for the benefits I just described.
And lastly, Chris, what are your views on the present business landscape and its impact on the supply chain?
Well, our mantra at WebWayOne is always better, faster, cheaper. And that's really what technology delivers. So obviously these are tremendously challenging times for end users and the general supply chain of the security market. And when we talk about better, faster, cheaper and using innovation, we can be talking about using slightly older technology but perhaps in a new way, or by moving systems to new technology platforms and delivering new value. So we've always seen throughout the lifetime of our business that end users are always looking to use technology to deliver new added value to the system. So, if you transfer, an older legacy product and just make that work on the network, really there's not a lot of added value there. But if you can provide new integration, new services, new systems using new technology, then customers tend to use that. And that's what can drive sales for multidiscipline installers, or even smaller independent installers who want to deliver a new level of service to customers, maybe using UDL to DD263, anytime access to the panel, maybe new alarm information without the cost of dial-up using a digimodem. There are a lot of ways in which you can use technology in a safe way as an installer to deliver that new value to end users.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris.
Thank you. Cheers.